Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I am going to be filming a first impressions of a full face of makeup. So I think the majority of the makeup that I have today are going to be first impressions. I thought I'd do a full face of first impressions on my channel. I have a lot of makeup in my unused drawer that I kind of just wanted to test out so I can start using if I like them or not. So I thought I'd sit down and film it today, so I let you know my review and my thoughts on all of these different products that I have in front of me. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so to start with, I've got this NYX First Base Primer Spray. So I love the Barry M Primer Water, and this is just like a NYX version. So I'm going to test this out because I love using a primer water. It's so easy. Okay, so from first impression of that, the mist is a lot finer than the Barry M one, which I think is quite good because you're using less product, and I do spray quite a lot and it disperses it more evenly, I feel. So good so far, but this is like double the price of the Barry M one, so it's kind of like to me, so we'll see. But it's still, I feel refreshed. I feel ready now to apply my makeup, so it kind of just does the same job as the Barry M one. So I feel like any primer water will be good really, so no matter what the cost. But still, I like it so far. Now for primer, I've got this Colourpop All Star Matte Blurring Primer, which I got ages ago. I just haven't had time to test it out. So today's the day. So I'm going to use my Real Techniques buffing brush to apply this to my face. Okay, so I actually really like the way that feels on my skin. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Wet n Wild Matte Photo Focus Primer, or whatever it's called, and that is my favourite primer of all time. If this makes my makeup last all day, then this definitely could replace it, but we will have to see. But the smell, it's an interesting smell. I can't really explain it. I don't know, it's a funny smell. I don't really know what it is, but it's an interesting smell. Now for foundation, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Matte High Definition Longwear Matte Foundation, and this is in the shade Ivory. So I think this is the lightest shade that they do. And I'm also going to test out the LA Girl Sponge. So I picked up 2 of these. I got all this from the Beauty Bay website. And I'm going to test out the sponge, and it feels super soft. Like, it reminds me exactly of the consistency, the shape, the texture, the feel of the Real Techniques one. So far so good. Can't remember the price. I think, was it like $5.99 for 2? I'm not sure, which is like exactly the same price for the Real Techniques ones anyway. You get 2 for $5.99. So this could be like a really nice alternative option to the Real Techniques ones if it's good. I have a feeling that this foundation is too light. But you never know, do you? So, you know, if it is too light, I'll just have to bronze up the skin. But yeah, let's have a go. So I'm going to squirt this onto the sponge. First impressions, I actually really like the way it looks on my skin. I do have a cold at the minute. I feel like I've had different colds now for the past few months, and they just, one stops and another one starts. So my nose is particularly dry at the minute from blowing my nose. So it doesn't look great around my nose, which is not the foundation's fault. It's just because I have really dry skin around my nose. But other than that, I think it looks lovely on my skin. I think the colour is perfect. See, I always think it's too light, but it's always perfect. And I'd say medium coverage, but you can definitely build it up and it'll probably become full coverage. But I really like the way it looks. It's nice and matte. It doesn't look like it's sitting on my skin. It looks like part of my skin. It is matte, but it does have a very slight shine or glow to it, dewiness to it, which I like. And this sponge is amazing. It's exactly like the Real Techniques one. So if you're looking for like a new sponge, then this is the one, and it comes in a pack of 2. Yeah, I really like it. So far so good with that. Now, I don't have a new concealer, so I'm just going to use the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer in the shade Fair. powder, I'm going to test out the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 05 Fair. Now, I got this in America last year on my honeymoon in Orlando, and I just haven't got around to using it yet, so today I'm going to use it. The only bad thing is that you can't get it in this country. I don't know why, it's ridiculous. So if I do end up liking it, then there's trouble because I can't get it here, so yeah, but I'm still going to test it out. Okay, so I'm going to use my Morphe G35 brush to set underneath my eyes. And I'm going to use my Morphe E2 brush to set the rest of my face. Okay, and immediately on first impressions, I adore this. This is 100%, I can tell already, my new favourite powder. I love the feel of it. I love the way it sits on my skin. It just completely sets your face. Like, I know it sounds ridiculous, but some powders I have, you need to use like so much to actually set your face. This you don't, it just sets your face like flawlessly. I love it. Okay, so also when I was in America, I picked up these Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes. So I think I'm going to use these today. I don't know what look I'm going to do, but I might like dip into both and see how we go. So these are the Wet n Wild Colour Icon eyeshadow palettes, and I've got Rose in the Air and Nude Awakening. So let's dip into them both. So like one is, Rose in the Air is very warm toned, and then Nude Awakening is very cool toned. So I'm going to mix the both of them. Okay, so I'm going to take this colour on the end, labelled Transition, on my Morphe R37 brush, and I'm going to pop that through the crease. Wow, that is pigmented. Whew. I think I'm going to take a little bit of this colour here then as well and do the same thing. I'm then going to take my Morphe M412 brush, and I'm going to take this colour here and pop that on the outer corners. Whoa, my goodness me, these are so pigmented. I'm then going to use my Morphe E18 brush and use all those colours on my lower lash line. I'm then going to go into the other palette, the Nude Awakening one, and I'm going to take this sparkly pinky colour here, and I'm going to use my finger to apply that to the lid. Okay, so I'm not sure how I feel about those. I think that they're okay, but that shimmery shade just barely showed up. So I think that for the price, they're fine, but don't expect like Colourpop kind of shimmer or, you know. But still, for the price, they're really good. So, and I love the brand Wet n Wild, and I will be using these, so, you know, it's kind of like a average, you know, so they're okay. Okay, now I'm going to do my eyebrows with the NYX Control Freak Clear Eyebrow Gel. Okay, now I'm actually going to move back to the rest of my face before I finish my eyes, because I am going to use a setting spray. So I want to finish up my face first. Now I have like two bronzers to choose from. So I have this Colourpop. It isn't a bronzer. It's a No Filter Sheer Press powder in the shade Medium Dark, which I'm going to use as a bronzer. And then I have this e.l.f. blush and bronzer duo in the shade Fiji, which is matte as well. So what do I use? Should I try this? Which one should I try? I'm going to use a little bit of both. I think I'm going to try this for maybe like contouring, this for bronzing. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to use this first. And I'm going to use my Use by C27 brush. Yeah, I don't think that's a contour shade. So I'm going to use my blush brush by Real Techniques and try and use it as a bronzer. Still looks lovely though, I really like it. So now I'm going to go in very lightly with the other one as well. I actually really like the both of them, and I think mixed together they're nice as well, so that's really good. I'm going to go in very lightly with the blush as well on my other blush brush. It's quite a dark blush, so you got to go in with like a light hand, but yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. Like, I really like the bronzer in this, and I really like this as a bronzer. I'm not sure about the blush in this. It's like okay. So yeah, and then because I don't have a new highlight, I'm just going to use my Wet n Wild Colour Icon bronzer, they call it, in Reserve Your Cabana, and I'm going to use my Sigma F35 brush. Okay, now I'm going to use some setting spray before I do my eyes. This is the Colourpop All Star Face Setting Spray. So this is like part of a like duo with the primer. So I guess like they work together in conjunction with each other. And yeah, so I love a good setting spray. Hopefully it's a nice matte one. I'm not really sure. It doesn't say, I don't think. So yeah, let's see if this does a good job setting my face and making my makeup last. Okay, just saying while this is drying, my goodness me, that is an aggressive spray. You know, like I think it's because I'm so used to like the Morphe one now, it's like just a continuous mist. But like the NYX matte spray is quite fine, like it's gentle. That is like like a garden hose in your face. That's what it feels like. So I don't think that was evenly distributed. I think that a lot of it went around my nose. It's very wet around here, and the smell is strange, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I'm going to use Nothing New, my brown eyeliner by NYX. And no new mascara either, so I'm just going to use my NYX with the Hype mascara. Okay, and finally to finish, lipstick. This is the Maybelline Colour Sensational lipstick, and it's in the shade 842 Rosewood Pearl. This is also a first impression, I've never used this before. That's very pretty. It's just a very nude, natural, almost slightly metallic colour. Very pretty. Okay, so that completes this look. I think the majority of things that I tried out as a first impression today were positive. I think I liked everything, but there were some that I didn't like as much as others. So, like for example, the Colourpop spray, very aggressive, but if it makes my makeup last all day, then I can live with it. And what else did I? Yeah, the eyeshadow palettes were just average. They were just like okay. But I think like everything else I loved, so that's really good. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already, so you can see all my other videos. And leave a comment down below if you've tried any new makeup out recently and what you think of it. Do you have any recommendations for me? So leave that in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!